We're going to do a little OpenRocket overview here, just show you some of the features of OpenRocket so you can get kind of familiar with it. And I encourage you just to play with this thing. You learn a lot by playing with it. It's a very, very friendly program. So it's down here that you'll build your rocket. It's up here that you pick your parts to build your rocket. And right in here, it keeps track of what you're doing. So it's really, really well done. You typically start with a body tube. Click on a body tube. It's going to pop your body tube down here. It's going to give you an edit display up here. Always name your stuff. So component name, it's going to have a default name. We're going to call this first one the fin can. So I'm going to type in fin can, call it fin can. And you can choose things like how long you want it to be, what's the outside diameter, how thick it's going to be, what it's made out of, are you going to paint it or not paint it, etc. There's other things you can be doing also. But I'm going to use an example of making a T60 body tube, which a lot of you building a base rocket will choose. And the way I do that is pretend that wasn't there for me already. Like it's on yours, you won't see it. So I'm just going to go to the database. And in database, I'm going to go to Balsa Machining, because that's where we buy our parts from. And I'm going to choose a T60 in Balsa Machining. There it is. Boom. Okay. And now it's giving me something that's 34 inches long. And it has the correct outer diameter for T60. T60 is a diameter designation. You can change the length. You can change the length by sliding like this. Changing the length. You can come in and type the length if you want. Let's just say our fin can is going to be, I don't know, 8 inches long. Boom. You can also change the units. Okay, I'll stay with inches. And I'm going to go back to 8 inches. Okay. So there's our fin can, 8 inches long. That's called fin can. And let's add to that a payload bay. So we're going to add another body tube because a payload bay is a body tube. Click on that. I want it to be T60. Now notice OpenRocket already matched it at T60 since that's what I'm working with. The body tube's over here, fin can's over here. I'm going to have my fin can to the right. I'll show you how to fix that in a second. Let's suppose our body tube length is, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I'm just making some stuff up. Let's say it's 16 inches. Okay. There's a body tube. I want to call that payload bay, so I'm going to double click that to edit that. Payload bay. Okay. And I'd like these to be reversed. I want my fin can on the right, so you should be able to just manually move that around. There we go. There's now my payload bay, excuse me. There's my fin can. Let's put a nose cone on this. Go up here, grab a nose cone. Do I want to insert it right there? Yeah, insert it. Let's see where it goes. Oh, it's not where I want it. Not a problem. It's going to be an ogive nose cone, and that's what we're going to use. It's going to be made out of balsa, by the way. So component material, I'm going to choose balsa. And it makes a difference. When we're using birch, you have to choose birch. When you're using cardboard, you need to choose cardboard for parts of your rocket. So do pay attention to that. Close that, and I want the nose cone to the left of the payload bay, so I'm going to move it up there. There we go. So got our fin can, payload bay, nose cone, and these dots. We'll talk about the dots in a little later video. Rockets always have fins, and fins go on the fin can. That's why it's called a fin can. So if I click on fin can, I can come up here and choose trapezoidal fins, elliptical fins. I can design my own fins. I'm going to go trapezoidal, and it kind of defines some fins for me. You can change a whole bunch of aspects. I encourage you to play with these over here, see what it does to your fins. Can't hurt anything, just it's all fin design. And I'm just, instead of letting it be called trapezoidal fin set, I'm just going to call it fins. Always name your parts. Boom. And we have the basic components of a rocket. Now there's other things you're going to be adding. In a fin can, you're going to be adding some centering rings. Those are right here. In the payload bay, you're probably going to be adding a bulkhead. That's right here. You're going to put a motor in an engine block. That's right here. And I put one in there by accident. It's not where I want it. So I'm going to delete it. It's highlighted right there. I'll go edit, delete. I don't want to do that yet. The engine block will go in here, and I'll show you about that when we talk about loading a motor. Also, if you scroll down here, you can see some other choices. You can just add mass because you need to add mass to your rocket to name what you want. Parachute, put a parachute in there. Shock cord, that'll be going in there. So all the parts you need for your rocket is in this list right here. And I've shown you a little bit about how you move to create parts down in here, how you can move them around. Always name them, and you can see how they nest as to what your parts are as you're working on this. Okay, so that'll get you started. Again, just keep playing with it. You'll learn a lot by just playing with this. And the next video, we'll go a little further into some parts. talk about adding a motor and things like that. Okay, that's it for now.